What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. My name is Miles, and today we got our first 2022 Keystone Alpine in. So we're going to be taking a look at all the changes in the 2022 Alpine, as well as this particular floor plan, this 3712KB, that is going to have the biggest shower in any fifth wheel on the market right now. So really excited. Let's get started. We're going to start off with jumping back and forth between a 21 and a 22. This is a 21 Alpine here, and when you look at the 22, you'll notice the decals changed, so they did go with a little bit more sporty and sleek looking decals. But other than that, the color palette is pretty much the same on the outside. While we're looking at this, hit the like and subscribe button down below, especially that subscribe button. I got so much 2022 RV content coming out. You don't want to miss that, so hit the subscribe button. Another big change on the pass-through storage, you have these black and gray tank valves. They push those back so that they're more out of the way and don't get hit by stuff you have stored there. That's a really good, convenient change I'm glad they went to. Brand new entry door handle on the 22. That is a door handle I've never seen before, so kind of interesting. 200 watt solar panels coming standard on all Keystone trailers this year, and the Coleman Mach ACs now. So that's everything. If you're coming to a Holiday World store, ask for Miles when you get here, and I would love to help you out. So this Alpine 3712KB is going to be, I believe, somewhere right around 42.5 feet and about 14,400 pounds or so, somewhere right around there. So it is a big fifth wheel. Another thing about the Alpine that a lot of people overlook or don't even know is that it is a 100-inch wide body construction, whereas your standard fifth wheel is going to be 96 inches. So that 4 extra inches of width does definitely make a difference in the amount of space that you feel inside. So that's something to understand about the Alpine. And when it comes to the Alpine brand in general, I always explain this one as the best value luxury fifth wheel on the market. At the price point that it's going to come in at, with everything that it offers standard, it's going to beat everything else out there that I know of. So we're going to look into all that, see what makes Alpine such a good value for what it has to offer, and let's get into it. So walking around the front, this is going to be a front living floor plan. So you saw you have the 2 slide outs up in the front cap area where your sofas are going to be at. So a couple things, I really like how the doors open all around all of your storage compartments here. They have a different layout than a lot of other fifth wheel layouts as far as where things are located. So you have your battery compartment here where you can put 2 different batteries. This is actually right next to your entry door. Then you're going to have your storage compartment here. Now on these front livings from Alpine, they are going to have a smaller storage compartment here that is not going to be a pass-through. That's because you have a bunch of storage on the back as well. But with the Alpines, they come standard with their in-command system, which gives you this wiring panel here where you have access to all your wiring that is all color coordinated and labeled with this legend here. So whether it be you trying to solve any issues electrically or you taking it into service, if you take it into service, you're paying by the hour for that work. So this significantly will speed up the process for troubleshooting any issues that you have electrically. And you would be surprised at how many brands do not have color coordinated wiring, because I hear it from my techs all the time. So that's going to be your front storage compartment there. This unit does have a 200 watt solar panel on the top. So you already have 200 watts of solar that is going to help keep your batteries charged and maintained, so that everything that runs off your batteries will be easily accessible and usable at any given time, so long as the sun has been out to charge your battery. So that's going to be things like your slide outs, your awnings, your lights, things of that nature. Also, on some models, you'll have your residential refrigerator that it'll be helping out with as well. So that's something across the board with Keystone that is pretty dang cool to see, having all of those, or all their units in 2022 having solar being standard. On the front cap here, you do have the hitch vision plate, which Keystone does on all of their fifth wheels, so that you can see coming back into, as you're backing up into your hitch, you can see from your rear view mirror or looking out your back window how your hitch is lining up with your pin here. And then you have the road armor pin box. So this is going to be basically a pivoting head here that has a really thick, strong, durable rubber gasket there that is going to absorb a lot of the shock as you're going down the road. As this moves back and forth within your hitch, it's going to absorb all that contact. And then this also works in conjunction with your road armor suspension, which we'll get to in just a second. You do have LED lights on the front cap as well that are not on right now, so you have them there. And I believe Looks like that actually is the only LED light strip you have right there. So that's going to be that part. All around, real solid. Everything on here, oh, this is like, I mean, this is bricks underneath here. This is super, super solid. So very solid slide wall construction, or slide out construction all the way around. Definitely that underneath is really freaking solid under here. So impressed with that. This is another thing when I mentioned how I like how their storage compartment doors open. This right here is a lot different than a lot of other fifth wheels. One thing I don't like on a lot of setups is your slide out boxes are too short, and you also have a lot of times a door that opens up this way and stops right here so it doesn't hit the slide out box, which means you have to duck underneath it, bend over, you know, and be bending at your back the whole time you're working in here. Whereas in this one, you can see you can stand up perfectly straight right here and get into this compartment and without having to break your back. I think that's a big deal, something that I always point out, and something I think that's important to point out that a lot of people don't recognize. So all your water hookups are going to be in here. You have your external shower, your winterization stuff, your fresh and city water connections, and then your black tank flush. You also have Key TV, which we've talked about a bunch with these Keystone products, but I'll put up here how Key TV works. Basically makes it super simple. If you have a satellite connection you're wanting to hook up, all the pre-wiring is already done here. So this is a wire right behind this blue plug that goes up to the roof. So if you want to put a satellite on the roof, the hardest part of that job is already done, which is the wiring job on that. And then basically if you have any TVs inside that you want hooked up to that satellite, all you need is a receiver at those TVs and you just plug and play and you're ready to go. But this is your wet bay area, and underneath here, or in this compartment, you have your 2 propane bottles, so both stored in the same compartment there. And I'm trying to remember, I don't think I got up underneath here, so let's look under here real quick as well. Show you. Under here, they have a nice little dividing piece in here to separate off all your hydraulic mechanics over here and your battery disconnect from the rest of this compartment. So most Alpines are not going to come with a generator. If you do want to get a generator, that's something you'd have to order from the factory to have done. And then of course it will have your auto leveling as well. So it has the equalizer system here that is compatible with the smartphone app, so you can control it from an app as well. Another thing that they have underneath here is a storage compartment for your sewer hoses. So they do have a designated space for that. You don't have to put it in a rear bumper. And then because this particular model has an RV refrigerator, you'll see the access panels to the refrigerator and freezer here. And then you have a vent outside of the RV as well that's coming from your microwave. So it does vent out of the microwave. And then underneath here, you have your road armor suspension. So the road armor suspension underneath here, these rubber grommets above and below are each going to give it 3 inches of travel each direction. So 3 inches of travel up and 3 inches of travel down. From what I understand, it's the only suspension system I know of that comes standard out of the factory that gives you 6 inches of travel. So that works, like I said, in conjunction with your pin box, just to make your towing as easy as possible. Now on this particular floor plan, I was just checking and it looks like everything comes out of one dump station, which is really nice. So you have your one dump right here where everything will come out of, and all of your levers are inside here. There's 2 different things I want to show. I showed this in the beginning, but they did a really good job pushing those back so they're more out of the way, so you have more room for storage and you don't have to worry about breaking those off. So lots of storage in here. You have the same size storage compartment right next to it. And then these latches, this is the Keystone exclusive from what I understand. They're still magnet latches, but they actually have a pin that drops down as soon as that clicks into place. So this actually cannot come back down until you lift that pin up, and then it will allow it to drop. So very cool how this works. It's just a more reliable system to make sure that stays in place when you want it to stay in place. And then, like I said, same size pass-through storage here. Next to us, this is like a little pocket storage compartment. Alpines are going to come with the power cord reel, so you don't have to worry about storing this power cord, which is huge, because if you've ever tried to carry these things around, they are heavy and they take up a lot of space. So having a designated space with an electric cord reel will make this a whole lot easier getting you in and out of your campsites. Definitely love that. Something that does not come standard on most fifth wheels. Then coming around to the back, you have your final storage compartment underneath here. Hopefully it's unlocked. Okay, perfect. See, we got the TV box in here, but you have your final storage compartment underneath here. And you do have an accessory hitch. This is not going to be a towing hitch, but it is an accessory hitch back here. So it's gonna hold 300 pounds. Finally, you do have your ladder here, so you have access to the roof, where we looked at where that solar panel is at, that it now comes standard with. And that's just about everything on the outside. Let's go. Oh, actually, there's one other thing I forgot to talk about. Another thing that adds to the value of the Alpine in particular is the tankless water heater. So it comes standard with the tankless water heater. That's something that almost everything else in its class does not come with standard. So another thing that adds to the value of it. All right, let's look around. Like I said, this particular floor plan has the RV refrigerator, or this particular model, but you can get it with the residential refrigerator. And it is a front living floor plan. So you have your living space up here with a retractable TV. Now, one of the other things I want to point out, again, that adds to the size that you feel in an Alpine, is you have 6'10" slide out boxes in your living space here. So these slide out boxes are huge. The average slide out box height, I believe, is like 6'5" or so. So you have about 5 more inches of height in your slide out box, which also gives it a much bigger feel. And then this model, sometimes they'll have a half bath, sometimes they'll have a pantry, depending on what you prefer. But this one does have the pantry, which I really, really like. If you are not concerned about people going through your bedroom to get to the bathroom, this pantry is incredible. Really, really like that. Like the way it looks. And it is super convenient, the amount of storage that you have in here. I mean, it is like storage galore in here. Open up all these, show you how much storage is actually in here, because it's pretty incredible. Definitely like this. There are so many uses for what you could put in here. You know, it could be your entire coffee bar setup, or air fryer, Instapot, all that stuff, and have all your food and stuff in there as well. So that's another thing. Also, adding to the value of what Alpine offers, they come standard with the in-command system, which you do not get, again, in everything in this class standard. So it comes standard with this. Biggest thing with this is it does connect to your phone, so you can do everything that this does from your phone whenever you're within Bluetooth range. So love to see that as well. Again, that's something that does not come standard in everything in this class. Here is your water heater setup. Whenever you see this Suburban panel, that's how I usually know that it is a tankless water heater. And trying to think if there's anything else that really adds to the value of what Alpine offers compared to stuff that is also in its class. Here's another one. It is now coming with the 4-burner Insignia stove. So this is a big change. This is something that we did not see last year. It's giving you a residential size oven. It's pretty dang sweet. I've seen this in some other brands, but this is the first year that Alpine has used this. So really excited to see that. That is an awesome change. And then you'll, of course, have your convection microwave combo. Your storage up above. Storage here. This unit did just come in, and it looks like for here in Texas, the MSRP with all the options is about $121. So if you're curious about pricing, my contact information will be at the end of the video, and you can reach out to us to get more of our sales price on that end. More storage underneath here. And then in your island, one thing I've always loved that Alpine does is they offset the sink. So on your island, instead of putting the sink in the middle where you don't have countertop space on either side, they put it off to the left, so you at least get a bit of countertop space here. And then this will be a dual basin sink, so you'll have the small sink there and the larger sink right here. These are all stone countertops, so these oh gosh, it's so heavy. So these covers for your sink are stone as well and are very heavy. Definitely not always the easiest thing to move around with one hand. But also in your island, you're going to have all of these drawers here. These will all be the same size. you're gonna have a pull-out spot for 2 trash cans, or a trash can and a recycle bin, and storage underneath your sink as well. Next to the refrigerator, you'll have more storage space over here. This is gonna be, again, another spot where you can kind of set up a coffee bar sort of area. And you'll have all these drawers here. So I would probably, if it were me, I would say this would probably be my coffee bar spot, just because of all the stuff you could put in these drawers and cabinets underneath here as far as your coffee stuff goes. But again, it could be for whatever you want. And then you'll have your breakers and fuses in that box there. But really nicely laid out kitchen area. Finally, in this slide out, you have your table with 4 chairs. It does have an extendable leaf to it as well. And then, let me just pull this all the way out actually. Show you what it looks like, because you do have storage underneath the table that is worth pointing out as well. So you will have that, and then this will drop down. Almost pulled it out far enough. There we go. Extendable table. And then another thing that adds to the value of the Alpine is you have day and night roller shades. So I've seen other stuff in this, comparable range of what an Alpine would be, only have the blackout shades. This one gives you day and night shades. I think the only place it doesn't have the day shades is in the bedroom. But other than that, you do have day and night shades in everywhere else. You have more storage again in here. This is almost like a coat closet inside this space. And another storage compartment right here, which is up high, but you do have a step right there and a step there to reach it. It is going to come with a ceiling fan. So you have a ceiling fan up there, and I think that's pretty much it for that space. So let's come up into here. It is, like I said, has a retractable TV. So what's nice about the retractable TV is it does give you the windshield. A lot of people will compare this with something like a Paradigm, where the Paradigm has the fireplace that pulls out, and because you have the pull-out fireplace, it's nice. It does give you a little bit extra storage, but you won't have a retractable TV and you don't get the windshield. So that's kind of what you miss out on with that. But it depends on your preference, what you like. You have storage up above on both sides. Your sound system and all of your DVD and sound controls will be up above there. Same storage space on this side as well. And you do have outlets on both sides of this space. So there, and more storage underneath here. Your fireplace, which will have 3 or 4, I think it has 4 different colors, and does put out heat. So it will be another heat source that runs off the electricity, so you don't have to use your propane to source heat if it's not too cold outside. And then that's going to be your switch for the TV right in there. Both of these sofas do make into beds. These are kind of oversized 2-cushion sofas. So some brands like Montana will have a 3-cushion sofa in this slide out. This one's going to have the oversized 2-cushion slide out. And both of these beds don't quite meet in the middle, I don't believe, but we're going to pull them out and see. All right, as I thought, they do not quite touch, but they're both going to be like in between a full size and a queen size bed. Very comfortable. Definitely have not heard anybody complain about how comfortable these things are. So lots of sleeping space up here if you are entertaining. And finally, these recliners will be heat, massage, took me a second, heat, massage, and power recliners. So you will have that in the recliner seats there as well. Let's go back into the bedroom and bathroom. The bathroom is definitely what is going to stand out most in this floor plan. You're going to have a king-size bed with a memory foam mattress. You do have night lights above each person there, which I did not turn on, but let's get one of those turned on so you can see they are a nice bright white LED light. Nice looking backboard as well. And then your storage in the bedroom. Oh, another thing to point out, you do have the sliding doors here, so you don't have any doors swinging in and out of the way of things. Up in here, you're going to have a different style of closet. So you have the rail that goes that way, and underneath here, same thing. So you'll be able to hang different items in these spots, and then you'll have your drawers in between that are wider drawers. Not super deep, but they are very wide. You have the TV in the bedroom. There is a little puck light up here as well. And then same thing, your storage will be the exact same on that side as it is on this side. And then finally, we've made it to the bathroom. So this shower is amazing. It is huge. I don't know the exact dimensions of it, but I'll see if I can figure it out and maybe post it on the screen or something. But I want to say it's like 4 feet by 4 feet. Seems like what it might be. So pretty remarkable. And definitely something that you won't see anywhere else. For now, at least, as far as Alpine being the only one with a shower this size, because everybody copies everybody in the RV industry, and I'm sure we're not far off from somebody copying this. But I want to show you all the space you have in here. Obviously, if you sit down here, you can see all the room you have. Also, very easy, even me being 6'2", can stand underneath the shower head with ease. So, really like that. I think it wouldn't really be possible to feel like you need more space in this shower. All right, let's get this wrapped up. So you have a foot flush porcelain toilet right here with the window overhead that does have the blackout shade. Right here is going to be where your washer dryer prep is. So if you do want washer dryer, this is where the hookups are. If not, it is a ton of wardrobe storage that you will also have there. Really deep storage compartment through here. And then this is going to go all the way to the back wall as well. This countertop goes all the way to the back wall with another light back there that is a puck light. And then you have your 2 medicine cabinets above the sinks, where you have black faucets that look really good, and you have storage underneath both sinks here. Do have piping that's running through there, but nonetheless, still plenty of storage space that you have back underneath here as well. So certainly probably my favorite bathroom that I've seen. It's really, really tough to beat this shower, and something that's really exciting. I also always forget to show storage underneath the bed. I think I just get so used to like knowing that every bed has storage underneath it that I forget to show it. But you do have storage underneath there. I guess I shouldn't say every bed, because there's some motorhomes that we get that do not. But in all of our fifth wheels and travel trailers, for the most part, they all have storage under the bed. But that's pretty much it. So that's all I got, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're interested in this fifth wheel here or any other RVs, my contact information will be at the end of the video. I always forget which way to point. But at the end of the video, my contact information will be there where you can call me. Again, my name is Miles with Holiday World in Dallas. We are also in the Houston and New Mexico markets as well. So if you're interested in that, you can reach me there. And until next time, I'll see y'all out camping.